Tilson Lake was formed when a private landowner dammed the Palmagot Kill in 1930. The lake was drained under suspicious circumstances by the property owner after locals fought back against his proposal to place seasonal trailers along its shores. Tilson Lake remained that way until 1995 when it was allowed to refill, but gone were the floating docks, the beaches, and the lake existed as a recreational spot where locals kayaked, swam, and fished. Tilson Lake is still a beautiful place to spend the day. You can see plenty of chipmunks, yellow warblers, and here's a bank bachelor beaver working on a home. More evidence right here, and some beaver wood. The land almost underwent dramatic development a second time in the mid-2000s when a new property owner wanted to build a gated community between Tilson Lake and the Shawangunk Ridge, but was stopped in part by the Save the Ridge movement. The land was then purchased by two open space groups, which passed the land to the state, where it became part of the Minnewaska State Park Preserve. In November 2018, a letter was sent by the Palisades Interstate Park Commission, which cares for the state-owned land, to area residents because the dam creating the lake was deemed structurally deficient. The repairs would run into the millions of dollars. The language of the letter seemed to suggest the process for removing the dam was already underway. The question of Tilson Lake's fate was now up in the air as the PIPC undertook a 6-month study to determine the available options. A newly formed citizens group, Friends of Tilson Lake, had hired consultants to challenge the possible dewatering. State and federal politicians have weighed in, and a major environmental group, Riverkeeper, has come out in support of removing the dam and returning the area to its natural state. Friends of Tilson Lake had hired 3 different environmental consulting firms to prove the value of the lake. A report by Hudsonia lists some of the species found at the lake: bald eagle, red-shouldered hawk, scarlet tanager, painted turtle, beaver, muskrat, brown trout, largemouth bass, and brown bowhead, among others, though some of the fish species were non-native and were stocked for anglers. In the 1970s, Tilson Lake had a sandy beach, diving boards, and concession stands. Although Tilson Lake is not considered a destination point by any means, it is used heavily by the locals in the area. The Friends of Tilson Lake have an argument in their back pocket. According to the state conservation law, wetlands over 12.4 acres receive certain protections. Part of the law involves the mapping of wetlands of this size in the state. New York does not include the Tilson Lake area in this category, but Friends of Tilson Lake is challenging this. 2 of the 3 environmental studies the group commissioned are on this subject, and both conclude the wetlands are the area exceeding 3.7 acres the PIPC has designated as wetlands in the area. DEC recognizes that dams can also provide community benefits such as water supply and recreation. When a dam is failing, each situation must be evaluated individually because every situation is unique. When state funding is involved, community values are carefully considered. Tilson Lake is a critical part of Minnewaska State Park Preserve, the only one of its lakes designated for fishing and one of the 2 lakes where boating and kayaking are allowed. It is the most accessible area within the preserve for people with disabilities. The boat launch is a short distance from the parking lot, allowing people who may have difficulty walking to experience kayaking, boating, and fishing. Tilson Lake is one of the largest in southern Ulster and an important venue for recreational activities in the region. People from Ulster County and visitors from as far as New York City have been using this lake to picnic, fish, kayak, birdwatch, and spend time relaxing with family and friends. If you live in the area and you have a vested interest in Tilson Lake, please visit www.savetilsonlake.org. Please see the link in the description below, and thank you for watching.